Hi everyone, my name is Darya Karenski, that's me. I'm a textile designer and painter, mostly watercolor artist. I do gouache as well. I do a little bit of acrylics sometimes. Not an oils girl, but I really love watercolor. It's my favorite medium. I paint landscapes, lots of flowers, bouquets, wedding bouquets, some pet portraits, and many other different subjects. And of course, I paint for textile design, so I turn my paintings into fabric designs. Of course, I'm a flower girl first and foremost. So I've been doing this new thing on my Instagram recently. I've been doing what I call them tiny tutorials with painting flowers like this. And of course, they are sped up. You only have 90 seconds on Reels, and I voiced them over with instructions, and they turned out to be really popular. So I figured, why not try and post one of these videos here? So today I will be painting a carnation with a triangular brush, and I just want to see, if you guys are interested, I can post more videos like this here. I can even include these flowers that I'm showing right now. I just want some feedback, please. I want to apologize in advance because I filmed the reels, vertically. So here I have to rotate them, and you might have some weird angle here and there. Please, bear with me. We'll dive in just a second. I just want to ask you to subscribe to my channel if you like watercolor painting and textile design. Follow me on Instagram, it's pattern_talent, where you can find all the reels under my Reels tab. I think they are a good starting point for learning, but if you want something in real time, we should do this here on YouTube. Alright, so this is the carnation that I'm going to paint. And this is the brush. This is where the magic happens. They come in two sizes, in small and medium. This is the medium, that's the largest available. First, you need to load your brush with a very watery, pale mix of the color you're going to use, and then dip the tip in a more dense mix of the color. The angle is very important here. See how I'm holding the brush. Press the brush against the paper and start making these kind of wiggly circular motions around the tip. And you will be rotating the paper a lot. That's way more comfortable. And see how I'm painting in between the petals that I already painted. I'm just building out, make them touch. It will look more natural. You don't need to leave a lot of gaps in between the petals. I'm rotating the paper. And if you need to reload your brush, you can do so. Again, loading it with a pale mix and then adding more color to the tip. You can play with, adding. Here I added a different shade of red for more interest. We don't want to paint everything with the same shade of pink. And I loaded my brush with more paint. And you can play with the width of the brush strokes. Some petals are bigger, some petals are smaller, just like in real life. I decided to paint another flower. You can pre-plan your composition ahead and make some sketching with a pencil, but here I'm just going for it. But that takes practice, so don't be intimidated. If you'd rather sketch it out first, that's okay. Just kind of the general placement of your flowers. Loaded the brush again with more red or pink. You can mix up the colors too. See how I'm constantly rotating my brush and I'm constantly going back to the correct angle. You can also play with the angle, play how you're holding the brush. It will just give you a different mark. So yes, that's another important point I wanted to mention, is it took me a lot to practice first. Maybe it looks easy right now, but you don't even know how many sheets of paper I wasted. So don't jump in on expensive watercolor paper right away. I suggest with this brush, you need to take some time to get to know it. I'm trying to plan, what else I want to paint. Another flower right here, maybe a side flower, a smaller one. We don't want all the flowers to be in the same angle, the frontal angle. You always want to have some buds. It just makes your bouquet more interesting. I'm mixing up the greens now. You need to brush, you need to rinse your brush really well because we don't want the green and pink to mix here. And now I'm just working with the tip of the brush, painting the stems. I want to make them a little bit thicker. This is too thin. And now to paint the leaves, you also need to find your right angle, because I think these leaves look best when they are very quick and confident. So don't be afraid to rotate your paper. Another stem right here, a little bit thicker. I'll add a little closed bud right here because there's an empty space. There's no need to fill up all the paper, but we don't want to have, huge gaps. We want something interesting going on the paper. I added more water here because I didn't want the bud to be too dark. That's the beauty of watercolor, using water for variety, for something more transparent or a little bit more dense. And we are almost done. And remember to finish up the stem that you started, at least give a hint so it's not hanging in the abyss. Please like this video if you like it and leave me a comment if you would like more videos like this. Remember, color is everywhere.